Lego.
Hey, dudes. How's it going, chat? Eric Cosmo, hello. What are we doing? Team Worm also, hello. So we're picking back up. Not last time, but the time before that, we figured out how to make Raticate smell some bushes. So anything inside this area, Raticate can smell. He can detect it, and then he can detect how many berries are on it. And by it, I mean bushes specifically. For now, just bushes. I think that's all Raticate's gonna eat for a long while. Eventually, he'll probably also eat dead bodies, but you know that'll be a ways in the future. So currently, he can do that. He can smell if there are berries in his little smell circle. But the problem we have is, like, what if there were no berries in the smell circle? How's he gonna find a berry? He needs to find berries so he can eat. So we're gonna work through that. So what we're gonna do is we currently have when he finds a bush in his berry zone, he puts that into an array. It's just like a list. So if he was here, he'd put both of these into an array. And then he will also create a second array that is the number of berries on each of these bushes. So we have that done. So what we need to do after that is we need to put in some logic, some lines of code. So obviously, we'll just walk through this. If the first array is empty, that's this situation where he doesn't smell anything, then he needs to walk around and find a new spot to sniff from, and maybe hopefully then he finds a berry bush. I was looking at how to do that, and what I had thought of before is, like, I'll kind of just like give Raticate some known points, some little, like, oh my god, I wrote the word down. What was it? Waypoints. There we go. I'll just, like, give him some XY coordinates that are within his nav mesh, and tell him to go to those points. We'll have a bunch of them, and he'll sniff. He'll just choose a random one, go there, sniff, choose another random one. Maybe not fully random, like I'll try to make it kind of close by. Which is, I feel like that would be what a rat would do, right? He'd, like, walk over here, sniff, maybe walk over here, sniff. Like, he's never going to go right back to where he was, so we have to figure out logically, maybe, like, we remember the last few points he was at, something like that. Hey, M6. Hola to you as well. So yeah, we want him to kind of go around to random points, but not completely random. I was looking at ways to choose random points inside a nav mesh, and apparently Godot 4.3 has that, but Godot 4.3 came out yesterday. How do I do? I'm doing good. I'm kind of tired, still kind of tired. Also, my arms are sore because I had fucking physical therapy yesterday, and it's like one day later is like peak soreness, so it's kind of brutal. Like, I'm trying to lift my tea, and my brain is like, let's do this with two hands, please. I'll be okay, though. Okay, so we need to do that. If Raticate finds no food, he's got to choose random spots, kind of shuffle about. We'll look into how to do that, and he'll hopefully eventually find some food. The other thing we need to do is, if the first array isn't empty, then we fill array 2 with berry values, which I think we already do. This autumn just already, we're done with this. Pretty sure. I'll have to double check the code. We'll figure it out. You hope that pain runs like a cat eating something it shouldn't. Oh my god. I wish my cats are like that. We have a cat that has to eat, like, special food because she has kidney disease, and she just wants to eat everybody else's food. And, like, if you call her out on it, she used to run away from the other cat's food, but now she's like, oh shit, they see me. I gotta just, like, gobble up everything I can. So we have to go over and pick her up. Yep, she's doing well. Yeah, we're pretty good about catching it, but And it hasn't progressed. Her kidney disease hasn't gotten any worse. She's already quite old, so if we can stop it from getting worse for a few years, then she'll die from something else. But which you know, that sucks. But at least the thing we could have stopped, we will have stopped. But she is a naughty cat, constantly trying to murder herself. It's fucking brutal. Anyway. I think we're already done with this. I'll have to check. But then the next step is we fill up array 2 with a number of berries. And then there's a chance that there are no berries, right? If the max value in array 2 is 0, then that means there's no berries on any of the bushes that Raticate has within his sniffing zone. And so then that's kind of the same thing as if there were no berry bushes. He just needs to relocate. So we'll kind of, whatever the code is up here where we have him moving around, choosing a random spot, that's what we're going to have him do here for a similar reason. Functionally, it's the same. Oh, I hear Crazy Pants yelling at somebody. Some cat's up to no good. And then the other thing is that if there is a value in array 2 that's greater than 0, that means there is some bush with a berry, and then we're just going to send Raticate toward that bush. And we'll do that because, let's say, the way we'll do that is if the 5th item in array 2 has a berry, then we just send him to the 5th item in array 1, because that is the ID of that matching bush. Cats are always up to no good. Just depends on how much. No, like 90% of the time they're just like laying on the table or like laying on the windowsill, just like looking outside. They're probably thinking about being up to no good. Maybe they're always planning being up to no good, or they're up to no good. I don't know. That might fit better. Okay, so let's look at what we were doing. It's going to be in the Raticate script. And okay, cool. Yeah, we're still here. So the thing that we're trying to get him to do is to get his best food. That's like the function where he figures out his best food location that he should go to. Yours loves laying on the hob. What's a hob? You can guess why we discourage such behavior. What the fuck's a hob? Of course, the game. Sure. There's a video game called Hob. A flat metal shelf at the side or back of a fireplace. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yeah, that seems like a bad idea. Definitely seems like a bad idea. Don't do that, cat. Jesus Christ. I guess as long as you know to always check before you start a fire. Holy shit. Okay, so what the hell do we do? First, right, so first Raticate looks for overlapping arrays in his little circle area. And the arrays that he's looking for are specifically anything that's on collision layer 16, which right now is just bushes. So the only thing he can find are bushes. Nope, not player. Raticate. There's a kitchen hob. Okay. All right, so then that's probably not the fireplace one. Oh, the gas burner where you put pots and pans to cook food. Weird. Such worldly variation. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I have never heard that word other than, like I said, for the weird ass video game. Which was, it was fun but flawed. Fun but flawed. One of those games that's like a 7 out of 10, but with like the tiniest bit of extra work, it could have been a 9. That was the definition you had heard? Damn. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know words. Despite feeling like I know a decent number of words, they're all like fantasy novel words because I just read a bunch of fantasy novels as a kid.
Hello.
Hey, Crazy Pants. Who was Who are you yelling at out there? Who was being a bad cat? Okay, so Crazy Pants decides to answer or not. So Raticate detects collision shapes inside of his little detection area, which we can expand the detection area, which we probably will. And then for every item in that list that he makes of all the areas, we're going to go through and then make a separate, we're going to add to a new array. So we have potential food sources, and then we have another array that gets filled up called potential food source berries. And that's the number of berries in the potential food source. The bad cat is always Momo these days. Yeah. Bro, she just wants snacks. She just wants tasty snacks, man. Give her some tasty snacks and she'll stop being a bad cat. Also, yes, she may have paid me to lobby for her. Look, I heard, I don't know for sure, but I heard there's a delicious tube of goop in the fridge that she would love. Food is life, Cat's got it right. Yeah, I can't blame her. Part of the symptoms of having chronic kidney disease is like a reduced appetite. So it can be difficult to get them to eat. And she's yeah, Crazy Pants, we were talking about the situation. So it feels really bad that she, like, with a fucking passion, she wants to eat the other food. Like, so bad. It feels terrible because she does need to eat. But I don't know. We have a plan. We're gonna start feeding her like fun little tube treats that are safe for her to eat, and they're just filled with fatty calories, and she loves them. But now she kind of seems like she expects that instead of her regular food. So she's eating her regular food even less. It's fucking brutal. She's trying real hard to get the best she can get. Grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, or in this case, the cat food. Yeah. Yeah, before we knew she had kidney disease, we were having trouble getting her to eat food in general. She was very picky. And it's crazy now how, like, now that she's been forced on this one specific diet, that, like, she's okay about eating. But, like, the other food that the cats get, the other cats, she is, like, just fucking into it. It's fucking brutal. Okay, so yeah, we already have done this. We already filled this up. We've already made the second array. So then what we need to figure out is this thing. That if the first array isn't empty, then Raticate needs to relocate. And I'm not gonna update Godot since the new version came out just yesterday. Like, OBS has burned me very badly before doing that. So I don't know. We'll like wait a week or two, and then maybe we'll change the functionality to use the new things they added. But for now, I gotta conceptualize how to do this. So, right. So I had already started trying to potentially make a while loop, and I think the idea is going to be, this is in here so the game doesn't crash. So we should actually, let's comment that out. So we want to make a while loop, and the while loop is basically going to be like, specifically while food is null. While there's no food item, our whole goal is to, we have a variable called food, and our whole goal is to fill that with the target bush that Raticate needs to go after. So while there is no value in that variable, then we need to do this. We need to look through potential food source berries for a non-zero value. And I guess actually what we need to do is first we need to see either see if we could do this two ways, because what we're trying to do is actually even earlier than that. We need to see, is the first array empty? Is it just fucking empty? I guess we could also do that by seeing if array 2 is empty, because array 2 will be empty. Oh, actually, yeah, shit, that might be smarter. We check to see if array 2 is either empty or only has zeros. Because then we're kind of uniting these two things, and that we want the same result. We want Raticate to relocate. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we gotta change. I'm just gonna write, like, check if array 1 is empty or array 2 is zeros. Those are the two things we want to do. And then we're going to send Raticate off to find food. Hashtag not gonna update. That's cute. That is the group I'm in. I don't know if I'm going to use that hashtag, though. Oh my god, a while loop. Oh my god, I hear Crazy Pants yelling. It's that tone that like when parents are dealing with a toddler and they're just like why are you like this? Like, no, please. It's so specific. Which makes sense. Our cats are our fucking children. They're the closest thing we'll have to children. Okay. So first we do this. And then what's gonna happen? So we send Raticate off. So we're gonna have to choose like random points to send Raticate to. So I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I might have like an array full of like spots all over his territory, all over the spots that he knows that berry bushes appear, and he can just choose one. And I think what we'll have him do is like he'll choose a spot, and as he goes to that spot, he'll keep sniffing. So if he finds something on the way, I'll have to like stop him. Okay. So then let's think about that more. Let's break this down. So we're gonna first we check to see if array 1 or array 2 is empty. And then if it's empty, then we choose a point. We're just gonna call this array 3. We choose a point from array 3 for Raticate to go to navigate to specifically. He's gonna use the nav mesh to get there, and then while he goes there, he keeps sniffing. You say Raticate sniffs on his way to the new point. And then if Raticate finds a new... if he finds a new berry bush. And so what is that going to mean? We're going to have to like check array 1 and 2. Okay, so hold on. Let me think about this. I don't think we actually need to check it. I think the checking is going to keep happening. Because what happens is checks to see if he's at his best food source. And then if he's not, which initially he won't be, then he tries to go to his best food source, and that is where we will need to have the correct. We'll need to have a target prop for him to go to. And so then the function that we're running right now is how we'll get that. And so I think he'll keep doing it. He'll automatically keep checking. We need to make sure that's true. So this is where he actually runs get best food. And okay, so this could be a problem. The way this is set up, if he doesn't get a target prop like immediately, which he might not. There might be nothing in his sniff zone. If he doesn't get a target prop immediately, then this will not function. Okay, so I'm gonna have to think about how to change the behavior tree. Ooh, shit. We could just add an if. We could just say like if target prop is null. Yeah, Durg, at first if he doesn't get a prop, he needs to move. And that's the current thing we're working on. He needs to go sniff around his turf, look for some other berry bushes. He'll probably find some. And then we'll add something in where if he doesn't find any for a long time, then he'll just go back to his den and he'll have some like, we'll just kind of pretend he has some food in there and it'll restore his health. That way, he'll never starve. Shit. Okay, so behavior trees still just fuck with my brain. I can't conceptualize how we want this set up. So, the behavior tree is nice because every frame it's going to be trying to do what it needs to do, which means that we can run best food, get best food, and he'll keep sniffing. So like that part's good. The only thing I have a problem with is then how to make sure that he doesn't try to do something he can't do. Hashtag brainfuck, yeah. So what's supposed to happen here is this is like if he gets close to his target, then we say like, okay, the current prop, which is like the thing you're currently at, like you are here. We're going to say that is the target because you've made it. You have arrived at your target, so the target is also where you are. And then it goes on to say, like, if the actor is at best food, which at best food just checks to see if these things are equal, and they will be because we set them equal right here. But again, only if we meet this condition. So we set it equal at the right time when he's actually there. Then, if he is in fact at his food source, then we say, okay, we did it. We can move on. Now he can eat. So I think maybe all I have to do is add to each of these we add the extra requirement that target prop is not empty. And then I think we're okay. Because then otherwise we just get failure. okay, no, we don't just get failure. He tries to go to his target prop. Which, again, he might not have one now because of how we are restructuring this. Okay, so it needs to be more complicated. So I think we need a final else, and this needs to be another if. Potentially. Okay, so I'll add it. I'll just add it to the end. Okay, so if he's within range of his target prop and... Shit. Okay, wait, but will you get mad about... Oh. So it's like, actually, we don't even want this line of code to run unless he has a target prop, because he's going to look for the distance to his target prop. And if he doesn't have that, I think the game will crash. The game's going to be like, you can't get the distance to a thing that doesn't exist, and I can't deal with you asking me to do that. Fuck. Okay. Okay, so do we have like an if statement inside of an if statement? We have a series of if statements inside of an if statement. Yeah, okay. So all of this goes inside of an if statement that's like... that's going to be if actor.target prop doesn't equal null. If it equals something, if it doesn't equal null, then it equals something. Then we're going to want to do all of these things. Like, that feels like that would be okay. Oh, right, we need a colon, done. And then we have an else to that if statement. And then that's going to be... It's going to be this same thing. But we don't set a navigation target. We're just going to say, hey, we failed, and then we'll print out the fact that this is a failure in the step 4 of the hunger like section of the tree, and we will print out our target prop and our current prop, which should both just be like null. There just shouldn't be one. Okay. Okay, I think that was actually like the easiest way to do that. That might have actually been the easiest way to do that. That was super simple. We just nested the ifs and the elses. Okay. Shoot. Okay, but actually, wait, maybe I didn't fully solve the problem. Because up here, we initially try to set target prop to the return value of this function, which is intended to be a prop, but it, like we said, it might not get one. Ooh. Shit. Okay, so maybe actually this needed to be nested. Shit. Shit, how do I do this? Okay, let's just back it up. I might need to separate out this whole thing where Raticate is using his little area 2D, his sniffing zone. I might need to put that into a different spot. Oh. Why did I indent that extra? That was silly. Okay. Because we need him to keep sniffing. We need him to be, like, the way I'm viewing this is this function is going to be telling Raticate to go to a new spot. And then we need separately from that running, we also need to constantly have him be sniffing as he moves. Shit. Oh my god, how do I fucking do this? Okay. Raticate needs to constantly be sniffing. And we don't... Okay, actually, let's qualify that better. Raticate needs to be sniffing constantly when he's hungry. Or when he's thirsty. But that will have separate code for that. So... we definitely only want to do it when he's hungry. Okay. Because otherwise it's a waste of resources. So could I just have this all be part of this function? I think the way I have it set up, it's a no. Because I'm expecting to get a value out of this function. Shit, this just feels like you move into a new house and you just like can't decide where to put stuff, and like kind of it's arbitrary. Like I could restructure that function and then also restructure this so we don't expect to get a return value. And I would need some other way to get a return value to get the target. I would need a different way to get the target. So I like that this gives a return value. I like that get best food gives a return value. I like the way this is set up. So maybe the answer is... So maybe we make Raticate sniff in here. Because this tree is only going to go off when Raticate's hungry. When he's deciding, am I at my best food source? So that would make sense to have him sniff right here. And then, by virtue of putting it there, it's going to repeat every frame. Every frame Raticate tries to run through this whole thing. He's going to constantly, while he's still hungry, he's going to end up right back here trying to sniff and find a food source. So... oh, okay, so actually maybe we only make him sniff if he has no target prop. Okay. So sure, because he doesn't need to keep sniffing once he's found a goal. Okay. So then we move the function where Raticate sniffs over to here, and we only have him do it if target prop is null. There's no value in there. That also means we're going to have to be really careful to clear out that value if he eats, if he arrives at the bush and there's no berries there because some other Raticate ate them, or if he eats them but he's still hungry, we have to clear that value out so then he can redo his sniffing. So actually, I'm going to add a note about that because we need to clear other things too. Make sure to clear array 1, array 2, a misspelled array. Target prop. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna put not array 3 because array 3 is just gonna be this. We're just gonna have the array 3 is a bunch of locations in Raticate's territory where he might find berries. Okay, that makes sense. Behavior tree happens. Raticate gets hungry. This goes off. He knows he doesn't have a target prop because he won't initially. And so then he will sniff. Okay. And so then that function, I guess I'll write that. Like the sniffing function should eventually result in a target prop. Not immediately. It might take a very long time, and actually it might not. It should. So then let's see. Actually, that's another thing we need to do. After some period, if Raticate finds no food, send him to his den to use his emergency stash. Just for the sake of simplicity, because again, we're not trying to make an actual simulation, we're trying to make a thing that appears like a simulation. If Raticate ever can't get any food, he'll just go back to his den where he's got some stuff squirreled away. Ratted away? I don't know. It's got food. But I still think the terminology should eventually result in a target prop is right. That should be the result. If that's not happening, then that means that like either the player rolled through and they looted like all the fucking berries. Which I want there to be like so many fucking berries that the player feels like they don't need to take them all. Or there's like too many Raticates. And we're going to tie the availability of food on external sources to whether or not Raticates and other creatures will reproduce. So this will eventually handle itself. If there aren't food sources for them, their numbers will dwindle a little bit over time. Because they'll get hunted by other sources or defeated by the player, and then they won't be replaced. Okay. So then in here we have the sniffing function constantly going, and that is all of the things we're talking about here. We're going to be putting all of these things into the behavior tree, into this specific section. And so then the goal is at the end of that, yeah, I guess no matter what, we just set his target prop. So he either finds a target prop, so like end result, Raticate finds a bush as a target, or we set his den as a target. Okay, sure. So either way, he does result in having a target prop. So then all we would have to do is like move this down and put it under here before all the ifs, before all the other ifs. So then the moment that he's got a target prop, then we come into this loop. Yeah. Okay, so then up here, this is going to be, if it is null, that's where I can find the equal sign. Yeah, I know. I haven't put anything there. I will. I promise, Godot. I promise. So if we don't have a target, here's where we get one. If we do have a target, here are all the things we do. Yeah, how do I actually do this? Because then essentially I'm moving all the functionality of get best food into here. So then I think I wouldn't need this. This was needed to set target prop equal to the result of get best food. But we can just set the target prop in here. Damn, this is going to get complicated. The thing I'm having trouble dealing with is specifically the way that we want Raticate to be able to constantly be sniffing. But then we want another thing. We want another part of that same function to happen, which is not going to be constant. It's going to be happening regularly, but not every frame. We want to like choose a spot for Raticate to go and then send him off there. And then as he's going there, we sniff every frame to look for new sources. And we stop if we find one, but if we don't, we keep going. And then we arrive at that point, and then we choose another point and send him off. And then until he arrives at that point, we don't want to choose another point. Fuck. I think like we can handle it with some ifs, but it's gonna be like a lot of ifs. It's gonna be fucking complicated. I feel like it's like the way that I can see to do it is going to be complicated and messy, and I feel like there's probably a smarter way, a simple way to do it. I can't conceptualize it though, so I guess we'll keep moving forward, and if I don't think about it, then we do it the hard way. And so then that's going to mean... Oh, wait, okay, what if we separate them? I'm trying to figure out whether I just delete the get best food line here and we just don't use the get best food function, or do we use the get best food function in a diminished capacity? We handle sniffing up here. Shit. We handled sniffing up here. But no, then we can't handle the going to new locations here. Because, again, the goal of this is to return a specific value. So... Okay, I'm just going to comment that out, because I think we might not need it. Because our end result here is gonna be that we're setting something as the target. And then the next time that this tree goes off, then this whole section will not activate anymore, because now we have a target prop. And then this section will activate, and we'll do the things that we already have a Raticate program to do. Okay, so that should be fine. And I just realized I conceptualized this wrong. I have an else, but we have two ifs. If this thing is true or if it's not true, and then we have an else. It's never going to be that else. We can leave it in there, but we're only going to be in these two sections of the if tree, because there will never be a time when one of these is not true. Oopsie. Oh well, that's okay. Okay, so... I'm already letting the ode spaghetti code. Letting the ode spaghetti code. Sounds very funny. I'm already letting the code spaghetti. There we go. Yep. Now it's a statement that makes sense. Ode spaghetti code sounds like a song dedicated to spaghetti code. Yeah, I kind of am. All right, fine. We'll take it out. There's no else. There is only if null or if not null. Okay. So I think what I might do is just like could we set it up this way? Could we set it up where if there's no target prop, we run get best food? And because we've kind of decided the end result of get best food is going to be a target. Okay, no, because the problem with that is that then we can't sniff every fucking time. We would get one sniff and then need to result in a target, and that's not what we want. So... okay, so then what we want to do... we still do want to run the sniffing, so we'll just make a separate function for sniffing. We'll call it sniff for food. So fine. Fine. If we don't have a target, then we're going to keep sniffing for food. And how do we structure get best food? Shit. God, this is so hard to fucking conceptualize. So I want it to not be able to result in anything immediately. And I guess that could mean we just have like a while loop that's going. But it's like I don't want this to keep rerunning if it's already running, which maybe it won't. I guess let me like see if I can get information about that. Like what happens, like Godot 4, what happens if you run a function that is already running? Right, we could check if something's running. And then not do it if it is. I love this question. Sounds so simple to me. Is there a way to check with the code that a function is running? Like if function X is active. Like as an outsider, that sounds like a perfectly normal question. And the first response is like, your question doesn't really make sense. Functions don't, quote, take time to run. Okay, I get like literally they do, but like sure, it's like negligible. By the time any code could check if a function's being executed, that function has by necessity already finished executing. By necessity, whoa. Okay, so then... fuck. Okay, let me finish reading those answers. If you're not using multi-threading, yes, just define a function to always return false. You use a bool. Or emit a signal when your function is doing whatever it does. I think I just need to reconceptualize how I want to do this. I need to separate out these functions. So for sure, sniffing for food being a separate function that's going to go off constantly, like that's what we want. If Raticate doesn't have a target to go to, he should be constantly sniffing. But then I need to rethink about how we are going to send Raticate through his little set of actions. Can emit a signal when the code in the function is completed also. Yeah, I think it's like I shouldn't actually do it this way. This isn't... I don't think this is the right way to do it. Okay, so specifically the problem is him relocating. So it's like essentially if Raticate needs to relocate, I think I need to like give him a variable. So let's say Raticate's over here, he doesn't smell anything, and I decide he needs to relocate. I need to give him like a target destination. And then I don't give him a new one until he arrives at that destination. And so then that would, we would have like an if statement that's like, if Raticate has no destination, if Raticate doesn't smell anything and he has no destination, give him a destination. If he doesn't smell anything and he has a destination, like don't give him a new one. Don't worry about that. Just let him go on his way. He's going to travel to that destination. Okay. Yeah. That's the way to do this. That makes fucking sense. So, okay. This just needs to be explained better. And so what that specifically is going to mean is give Raticate a semi-random location to go to using the nav mesh. If Raticate has a location to go to, don't give him a new one. If Raticate arrives at his location, then delete that location as a variable. So we're gonna we will just nullify the variable. So I guess so really what we want to do is check if Raticate has a location target. If not, then we're gonna give Raticate a semi-random location to go to. Nope, not like that. Not like that. You have to hit enter and then do it. Okay, great. Actually, okay, wait, hold on. If we just do that, that kind of looks okay. Fine. Okay, so yeah, if he doesn't have a target, then we give him one. And then we have him go toward his target using the nav mesh. So yeah, actually, let's separate that out. So if he doesn't have a location, give him one. Let's see, yeah, we can write that much better. If Raticate has no target location, give him a target location. And then also move Raticate toward target location using nav mesh. Okay. Then Yeah, we don't need to worry about this because we're only giving him a new location if he doesn't have one. Then if he arrives at his location, then we delete that location as a variable. And actually, I guess before that, what we need to do is if Raticate finds a berry, we would check array 2, I guess. If he finds a berry, then what? Then we get to go on with all the other things that we want. We want to like set target prop and move on. Okay. Okay, so let's also restructure this because I specifically said we can take these two things and kind of make the if statement. If this is true or if that is true, then do all these things. So actually I'll leave that there. So then what we want is an OR. Okay, so if array 1 is empty after sniffing, or if array 2 max is 0, so that means there's either no bushes around or there are no berries on any of the bushes around, then Raticate needs to relocate. Yeah, I guess we'll just put it up here. So then we're going to give him a target location, but only if he has none, which initially when we jump in here, he won't have one, obviously, but we'll give him one. And then he's going to wander over that location using the nav mesh. And every frame he's going to be sniffing because we will have the behavior tree is going to be running the sniffing code and then running this code every step of the way. And then if he finds a berry, we set the prop and move on. And that is kind of the same as this. Would that actually be handled? I don't know. Let's get this set up and then we'll figure out how to handle the fact that like he might just, at the very beginning, he might find what he wants. Okay. Oh my God. Why is this so hard? This shouldn't be that hard. Okay, so what we specifically want to do is look at the at best food source, and we're gonna have him sniffing for food all the time, for sure. And then I guess maybe we call this like finding food. Because we want this to continuously happen unless we have a prop set. And I think that's already kind of set up. Right, because this is only if we don't have a prop set. So we don't even have to worry about either of these functions returning the right value. We can just have them set. They themselves can set the target prop. The second one will set the target prop, and then we'll naturally skip over this the next time it goes to happen. So yeah, I think I want to call this like find best food. God, maybe not even best food, just like find food. Just find food, bro. Okay. Okay, cool. So then I think this part is done. Great, we did a thing. But now I just have to go like make this actually do something in the Raticate code. Okay, so it's sniff for food and find food. So now just put them in here. Function is sniff for food. The function is find food. And yeah, we're not going to return anything. Right, eventually we need to clear old arrays. Right. Okay, so the sniffing part is all of this. And let's see, when we're sniffing, what are the things we need to clear? These arrays. Maybe the target prop. Okay, I'll have to think about this more about when it's all structured and done, it'll make more sense about where to clear things out. I know array 1 and 2 need to be cleared out right here whenever he's sniffing. Otherwise, his sniffing won't be accurate. But we'll be able to test this first. We'll be able to test one round of him successfully one time finding food, and that's a good place to start. Maybe we'll be there within 3 hours. Maybe not. Jesus Christ. It's insane to think that I'm spending this much time to try and, like, make a fucking rat be able to find some berries. Like, it makes sense. I'll be able to just extrapolate out for all the other creatures that we make. It makes sense. It's worth it. You're not wasting your time. It's worth it. Okay, so... So at this point, we're just printing the values in the arrays. But let's see, how do we actually want to do this? Okay. So Raticate specifically needs to... He needs to go find food only if the array is empty. So if the array is not, if the berry array number 2, the potential food source berries array, God, so much easier to call it array 2. I won't remember in the future though. Actually, maybe I should just name it array 2 and then describe it as that with a comment. Yeah, I think we should do that. Okay. Array 2 is the amount of food on the prop. Okay. And then array 1, we'll just do like array underscore 1, array underscore 2, no cappies. No cappies. Array 1 is filled with Array 1 is filled with food sources? Or symbiont? Sure. And then array 2 is the amount of food on the food source. But the actual amount of food. That should be easy to understand. And so then... Ooh, do you have a find and replace? No. But that's okay. So we're just going to copy you in case I accidentally delete you. You are going to become array underscore 1. And then take me to the next... No, shit. You know what? Nope. Back that up. We're going to do array 2 first because the name in array 2. Array 2 has the same name as array 1 with some extra words on it, so this will make it easier. I swear. We do that. And then... array_2. Actually, we can just copy you. Array2. 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 Okay. Great. And then we need to get array1. And we're going to name you 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 array1. Okay, well. Great. Okay, so that's easier to deal with. Array1 is the objects that have the berries. Array2 are the number of berries on those objects. Okay. And then the only other thing, berry value, that is specifically asking each bush its berry value. Okay, so we'll keep that. I think in the future that should be made more general. Last time we did some restructuring, I organized all of my resources in the project folder. Caused a few hiccups, but I think I fixed them all. But then we also discussed reorganizing things for inheritance and composition. And maybe on a similar note, calling this berry value is a bad idea. Probably calling it like food item value, because eventually, like, I'm going to duplicate the script for the berry bush, but it's going to be for apple trees or something. We need to be more generic. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about that now. Okay, so we want to pretend that we might not run find food. Let's see. So yeah, now that that's clearer, it's like we specifically... Okay, I think conceptually it's easier to think that we only want to run find food if we don't find anything. And so... No, you know what? No, because that doesn't make as much sense. I think what we do is we keep the sniffing function just sniffing. And so then it's just going to identify the number of bushes and the number of berries. And then what do we do? I guess we have find food being like it starts with like, oh, hey, did you find a berry? Okay, if you found a berry, go to that berry. If you didn't, do all these things. And then the do all these things will be traveling to hopefully find another berry. And then when the behavior tree comes around again and restarts, it'll get us back here and it'll be like, hey, did you find a berry? And then at some point the answer to that will be yes. Okay. Okay. So then this is where we would put like it's gonna be array_2 max is the thing. Yeah, so we start with the easy thing. God, somebody came in here and told me that, I feel bad not remembering. Somebody told me that like when you use behavior trees, you like think about everything backwards. And that just constantly happens when I finally figure out a thing. I'm like, right, you like start with the end. You start with like if you did the thing, and then you deal with if you didn't. Because then when you finally do the thing, it'll come around again and you catch it on the next cycle. Oh my god. Fuck. That was a terrible explanation of that. But because of the way this is cyclical, it's like if you miss one boat, you get it on the next boat. Okay. So yeah, then that's what we're doing here. So if array2.max is the value is greater than 0, Then what? Then we need to find which value. Shit. Okay, how do we do this? So let's say we have array 2, and let's say it has the values like shit. Let's say it has like the values like 0, 1, 2, 0, 1 in it. So we need to get that max values location. Because then what we want is like, yeah, let's expand this example. Oh, I have insert on. That's why that started looking weird. Okay. So actually, let's say like array 1 is like bush 1, bush 2, bush 3, bush 4. And then array 2 is... Array 2 is going to be like 0, 2, 1, 0. So these are the number of bushes, the number of berries on these bushes. So what we need to do is first we check to see, hey, is there a number greater than 0 here? There is? Okay, great. Then that means we found our berry. We found our guy. We're going to go eat that guy. Then we need to find where the max value is. So we would need that, like, this is the... we would need to find that this is like, it's like array underscore 2 and then bracket 1. Because you start at 0. So 0 would be the number 0. 1 is going to be the number 2 because that's the item in position number 1, which is actually the second position because we start counting it. The index starts at 0. So like we need to get this out of this, or like let's say hypothetically we switched it around. If the numbers were 0, 1, 2, and 0, then what we're looking for is this, which would actually be, in that case, number 2. So that's a bad example. There we go. That's a better example. So that way, the fourth item is the highest number, and because we start counting at 0, then it is in the list. It's labeled as the third item. So we need to get that value. We need to get the value that corresponds to the max. I have no idea how to do that. We're gonna have to look at the documentation. Shit, I don't even know how to ask that. Okay, so can I just click arrays? No, that just shows me what array 2 is. Right. Crap. Where is the search help? No, not search help. Shoot, online documentation. Of course, it opens it in Chrome. I'm gonna have to ditch Chrome soon because they got rid of uBlock Origin. Okay. We need info about arrays. Not all these other things, like just, okay, I should have said array. Good point. Actually, if I do that, will you be at the top? You are, okay. All right, totally on me then, fine. I was about to complain that the basic thing where the major heading was just array was like the fourth item, but that's because I put a plural. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, we need the position of the max value. My God, there's so many things. Okay, so it is called the index, and that's what the brackets get you. Gets you the index value. So, God, I guess we just look through all of these. All, any. So I'm assuming any gives you any value from it. Returns true for one or more elements in the array. Is there a reason for multiple arrays? Can't I get all the info I need from one? Oh, I don't know. I might be able to. I was kind of just thinking of having separate arrays because, like, logically it feels better to me to have one array be the berry bush object IDs, and then the next array be the berries. So then the like they always line up. If I guess I could just make it one array. The first I would just fill it with all the berry bush object IDs and then append to it all the berries. But then trying to get them trying to figure out which of the berry bushes is the one with the most berries. Sounds more complicated in that situation. With two separate arrays, I know they always match. Can it not be a matrix? Oh, good question. I could do one array and then loop through it and check values. Yeah, but I mean, looping through it to check values could be done with two arrays either way. But the thing that I'm specifically worried about, or that I think would be easier, the thing I think would be easier with two arrays is if you find the highest number of berries in the second array, you know that just matches. It's in the same location in the first array. So like if it's the fourth item is the highest number in array 2, then you know that the berry bush that has that is the fourth one. Otherwise, you have to do a bunch of math that's based on the size of the array that you've made, which I guess I could do, but that's not the. Either way, I still have the current problem I'm having right now, which is trying to convert a okay, this is the max value. I need that address. I need that index value from the max value. And if I had it all as one array, then I'd have to do something where instead this would be one big long array. It would be like this. And so then I'd have to get the index value and be like, okay, you're the 8th item in the list. And actually you're number 7 because we start from 0. And so then I need to add 1 to you and I need to divide that by 2, whatever, like your index value is, you're the 8th, you're the 8th value, which means your index number is 7. So let's add 1 to that to get 8, then divide that by 2, and that's 4. Then subtract 1 off of that, so it's actually the index value that I'm after for the bush is number 3. To me, that seems way more complicated than just, why not just have 2 arrays? And then I can be like, oh, you're the 4th value, that's index number 3. So then I need to look in the first array for index value number 3. Boom. Done. Way less math. And I guess code-wise is maybe a little bit more of an effort to have 2 arrays, but I don't know. I don't really think that's a problem. B search. Okay, I should read through these and see if there's one that just sounds like what I want. Ooh, filter's interesting. That wouldn't help though. It's empty, is read only, is same typed, is typed. Are find. Interesting. Okay, rfind, what do you do? Search the array in reverse order. Okay, that's the R. Okay, you're reverse finding. Okay. Maybe this is something I could search for. Find the index value of the highest number in an array. Okay, so maybe this is going to just be like two separate functions. You would use the find function. Okay. So we would check that the max is greater than 0, and then we would use find max. Okay. And that'll give us the value. So shit, that should work. Okay, shit. So like I need this actually set up in a way that I can test it. I could just open another project. Okay, actually, no, hold on. Let's, what can we do? So if we just comment, oh, actually, shoot, you can do that like with a command. You can highlight and hit Control K, and it turns everything into commented out code. Okay. You stop being mad at me. Great. So then what I want to do is, if we have Radicate's, if we have his hunger set below 50, and we have the timer turned off, which I believe we do, it should just run. There might be something else I need to turn off. Oh. Shit, there was something out of bounds? What the fuck? Okay, so Radicate is still printing his velocity. Radicate, I don't want you to do that. Where are you printing your velocity? There we go. Oh, nope. Well, that one's commented out. Fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. I guess I could just look for, like, print velocity. That's the only... Okay. Radicate, why are you printing your velocity? Where are you doing that? Shit. Shit. Yeah, he's like... He's not print. Yeah, and it's definitely not a duplicate of this somewhere. He is printing the word velocity and then colon and then his velocity. Where else? Or is it for the player? Hold on. Because I've been trying to get 8 directional movement working. I kind of decided I don't want tile-based movement. I've got some fun. It's okay. It's the player's velocity. Okay, great. So we can just fucking find that. There we go. Let's just don't do that. Let's just don't do that, buddy. Okay. So now we're printing nothing, and then we'll do some array stuff in the like onReady function. And we can test our situation. Okay, great. So then what I want to do, we're at Radicate script. I want to do this little test. So onReady. Okay. So what we want to do is let's set array _1. And then we'll also set array 2 equal to some things. Or just do some experiments here. Nope, that's where the P is. I'm getting better at the brackets, but I'm not perfect. Okay. Are you cool with me just putting I probably need to put them in, yeah. Yeah. Oh, nope. Shit. Okay, so we'll have 4 bushes. And then we will have some numbers that we just kind of fill in, randomly change. So then I want to do if array 2 max is greater than 0, and then we'll test set it equal to 0 and see if it'll print stuff. We're going to print something. Already forgot the thing that it is, that the nice people told me. It is the find array function. Okay. What is the, I guess I could check, but what is the 0 in there? Oh, I should just look at the, you've got the fucking documentation, bro. I guess we'll just look for the word find. Int from equals 0. So maybe it's going to be like within a certain range. Search for a value, return its index, or -1 if not found. Optionally, the initial search index can be passed. Fuck. The initial search index. I don't understand that. It seems like they stated it very succinctly. I feel like that probably makes sense. So it's this value. So this is the initial search index. Does that mean you're telling it like to only go that far? Well, let's test it. Why not? Why not just fucking learn? So it'll be array2.find and then array2.max. Like maybe it'll let us do that. And then let's see if we don't have to put a value in. We need a colon on the if statement. So it said optionally? Optionally. Okay, so yeah, we can just leave the second part off of that. We'll figure out what it means in a moment. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh. Oh my god. Wow, that was great timing, Silent Boy. Also, hello. Does it need that? I think it needs that. Oh my god. It probably needs that. Go back. Like everything needs little parentheses. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oopsie. Try that again. Shit. Okay, did we print something? Okay. So we printed a 2. 0, 1, 2. Okay, so that should be correct. Fine. Now let's see if we get a 3. We're just looking for the number 3. Close it out. Fuck. We got a 3. Okay. Cool. Cool. So now I need to take it a step further. So what we want is we want this value. We want array2 max. We just want to like make a variable. Oh God, what would we even call it? It would be like best bush or bush target, I guess. And then the idea is that we're going to set bush target equal to array 2 max. Or actually, shit, we don't even need to like... Maybe we don't even need to do this. Hold on. Because we want the matching value. We want the value in array 1 that corresponds to the highest value in array 2. So what we want to do is we want to print array 1, and then we want to put like a number in here, right? And so I guess for the sake of simplicity, we'll just do bush target, because now that is the array 2 max. But I think we could just put array 2 max in here. Shit's cool. This is such fun problem solving. All right, close it out. Did it work? Didn't work. It printed the wrong one. Did it really? So it should have printed the third value. Should have printed, so it first printed 3. So array 2 max is 3. And that's the index 0, 1, 2, 3. That is this location. And then I said to print in array 1 whatever's in position 3, which should have been 0, 1, 2, 3. It should have been bush 4. The fuck? Hold on. Okay, we're gonna print bush target. Just not. Let's just only print bush target. So bush target was 2. 0, 1, 2. That's... Oh my god. I didn't find the max value. I just printed the max value. Oh my god. That really, bro? You are not with it. Okay. We need the whole thing. We need the whole friggin' thing. We don't want to print array 2 max, or we don't want to make the bush target array 2 max. We want to make it array 2 find array 2 max, which is then the address of the max value. Okay. Now it'll fucking work. He said. 0 confidence. Okay, it worked. All right. Okay, so then let's fuck around with this. Let's say let's make, now it should be bush 1. The max should be 1 and it should be at bush 1. It'll be 1 bush 1 or 0, right? It should print 0 bush 1 because it's the address. The first value in the list starts at 0, so it's 0, and then also bush 1. Okay, cool. So that functionality works. Great. I guess we'll just comment this out for now. And actually, you know what? No, real quick, I want to try doing it without the variable, because we don't actually need the variable. So all we would do is we would put this giant stupid number inside of here. And then we should get the same thing we just got. we are printing. We're printing a certain address value. Actually, no, we're printing a certain value in array 1. And that value is whatever is at the address that's in here. And that address is the address in array 2 of the max value. So what that means is in array 2, we have a max value right here. 1's the biggest value. The address of that is 0 because it's a list that starts numbering at 0. And so then we're printing from array 1, we're printing the 0th value, which is bush 1. Okay, so that should just work. Great, it did work. Okay, so then we don't need bush target. This looks really messy though. Yeah, I think it's better to have bush target. It's messier, but it's like no, it's not messier. It's longer. It's like extra lines of code, but it's easier to read. It's cleaner. Saying things backwards. Okay. So then yeah, let's comment this out. And I could just copy and paste and adjust it, but I kind of I want the exercise of reconstructing it. Okay. So we're in here. It's this. It's the find food function, which wouldn't have even been going off anyway. So I guess I don't need to comment it out. Hello. Hey, Cheese. Long time no see, buddy. Okay. So we do this only if array 2 max is greater than 0. Sure. Yeah. Geez, how you been? Oh, you said what's up, man? Same shit. Trying to code a Pokemon game with tactical combat. Figuring out how arrays work. They're like lists of stuff. We got Eradicate trying to sniff bushes to find berries on those bushes. It's confusing. Oh shit! Thanks for resubbing, Cheese. Thanks for being a 9-monther. You're doing good as usual, just a bit sleepy, dude. Me too. Exact same over here. Okay, so we did want to leave you as just comments. So, shit, how are we actually doing this? Like, we're not just printing values this time. Fuck. Oh yeah, somebody did use the throw the cheese redeem. I forgot I was working on improving it. I'm halfway through adding video to it. Well, a visual effect, I guess, from the video that it is from. Just somebody redeemed it because it's a weird... I feel like lots of people see it and they're like, what the hell is that? Okay. So we're doing the easy part first. That if array 2 max is greater than 0, then Eradicate heads toward that bush. So, oh my god. This is like, mentally, this is just impossible for me to figure out right now. The end result is going to be, shit, what is it? We want to set target prop. Okay. Target prop needs to equal, and then the bush ID. Okay, so the end result of this is going to be that, shit, is it really just target prop? It's target underscore prop. Yeah, okay. Probably would have auto-filled it in for me if I just typed slower. Yep. Okay. And the thing that it's going to equal is a value from array 1, an index value that is made up from array 2. Array 2 find, and then array 2 max. But then actually, I think I want to simplify that. So we're going to have a variable in here called best bush. Actually, how about like best food prop? Sure. And so then we set best food prop equal to something. ASDF movie's pretty popular. Yeah, that's a good point. I've had at least 2 different people say they knew what it was from, but I think most people have no idea. It's like one of those, it's one of those weird situations where, like, as time passes, the, like, fun, weird, early internet stuff is less and less popular. And I know that really wasn't early internet. I guess it was, like, early internet video. But, you know. It's hit or miss nowadays if people know it. Like people not knowing what floppy disks are. I'm saying that as emotional music plays. I mostly view this music as like super chill. But yeah, I guess it was a little bit emotional. Oh, geez, I don't know if you've seen... Shoot, we adopted a little gremlin cat from outside. Shit. There she is. She likes to sit upside down. Look at this weird cat. Look at this weird fucking cat. She's got an extra toe on her front paws. So she's got like little thumbs she can grab you with. Yeah, she's very cute, but like she doesn't know how to interact with people or our other 2 cats. She's a little bitey. A little rude creature. But she's adorable. It sounds like you, to be honest. Okay, don't bite people. First of all, just calm down. Don't bite people. That's all you got to do. Well, that's all you have to do better than Greg. Her name is Greg. I was calling. We thought she was a boy, and I was calling her Gray. And Crazy Pants was like, "That's a dumb name. How about Greg?" And then one of us was like, "Yeah, we'll spell it like Greyg, like it has Greg with the word gray in it." I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your real dad. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm giving you, I think, good advice. I think. There might be situations where honestly where biting somebody is the right call. Usually not, but you know, maybe. Maybe. Okay, so if array 2 max is greater than 0, then we come in here and we're gonna set this variable, the best food prop, equal to array 2 find, which finds the address of the max value in array 2, and we know that array 1 will correspond to that, so that we set our target to array 1's best food prop target. Okay. Yeah, I think that does what we want finally. Okay, cool. Easy part done. Like biting whoever designed Godot. Whoa. Godot's pretty good. Whoever made Godot deserves like a, I don't know, what's like a head pat? What's a cat version? If you're a cat and you want to give someone a head pat, I guess like they like slam their head into you. That's kind of a thing cats do for affection, to show their love. They deserve a good thing. They're nice. They're nice people. Okay. So We need to work on this function where Raticate's constantly sniffing and looking for berries. And then we run this function right after it, whether we find berries or not. This is what happens if we find berries. If not, then we have the other situation. And okay, so we're just gonna explain it with comments. This is where Raticate goes to search for berries. Okay, all right. Yeah, the opposite of a cat bite is aggressively rubbing their head on you. Yeah. Yeah. One of our cats like legitimately headbutts you. Both Greg and Mojito kind of like, they get close to you and they kind of like, they like push their nose into you. But Thomas, like, he comes up to you and like, pah, like smacks into you. It's very fun. Unless you're doing something like that requires like precision, and then like it's bad, maybe dangerous. It's he doesn't know. Like, he doesn't know you're trying to like cut a shipping label out. He's crazy. It's a good cat, but he's crazy. Okay, so this is the fucking hard part. I guess I should make sure this is functioning, because I think we can make this function pretty well. So when he goes to sniff for food, first he gets the overlapping areas, right? You need a colon, sorry. And then for every item in array 1, we're going to fill array 2 with the berry value. We don't want to print. We don't need to do that anymore. That was for testing. Okay. And we don't need to worry about printing again. So then, yeah, then that's fine. So all he's doing while sniffing is filling up the 2 arrays. And then in the find food function, we actually deal with if he found something, then we send him to that thing. If he found nothing, or really if he finds a bush but it has no berries, that counts as not finding anything. Just trying to chill and then a cat headbutts you. Yeah, that's fun. When you're not doing anything and he comes and smacks you, it's very fun. Also, when you're like playing a video game or something and he does it, it's cute. Like, it's kind of annoying, but still very cute. It feels good to win a cat's love because they don't give a fuck a lot of the time. Unlike a dog who just like showers you with affection all the time. Oh my god. Yeah, you shared that fact before at some point. I think when we looked at one. That Cranidos is not the headbutt Pokemon, but the head space butt Pokemon. Look, we all make mistakes, right? Unless that wasn't a mistake. I think it was a mistake. I think that's like rude. That's a mean thing to label a Pokemon as. I feel like it was a mistake. I could easily see myself making that mistake. My job is not to localize video games. I would not have that job with how bad I am at spelling mistakes like that, but I could easily see somebody making that mistake. Like, you know, maybe you're overworked, you've translated like 100 Pokemon names, and you put a space. You put a space where you shouldn't have put a space. Oopsie. Whoops. And now that Pokemon is forever the butt of a joke. Okay. So we figured that out. And yeah, we don't need that anymore. Okay. And these need to be indented. Okay, so this is what we need to figure out. We need to make a set of locations for Raticate. Okay. Then we're going to move him to those locations. He's going to choose one. All right. So I would probably do something like a winner is you. Now, come on. I speak English good enough to not do that. The headbutt thing, I would absolutely do. For sure. How do we do this? So... Oh, wait, why are you mad about this? Oh, because I don't have an else thing yet. Okay, yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we need a third array. So let's do that up here. And also, we don't currently need to worry about how we're dealing with the index. That was for some testing. There we go. There's the brackets. Okay. And this will fill out with locations, I guess. Array 3 is full of locations for Raticate to travel to. So with the newest version of Godot that came out yesterday, we don't need this, but I don't want to update yet, and I want to get this sort of working. So the hashtags for comments, yeah. And a really cool thing I found out: if you highlight a bunch of things and hit Control K, it turns them all into comments. So if you hit Control K back, it turns them back into to not comments. Seth would never mistype Google as goggle and accidentally discover adware. I might mistype it, but the second things looked weird, I wouldn't download anything, you know? That's just barely above my, or below. That accident, that mistake is just below my skill level. Okay, so then yeah, this we actually fill with locations. And I think we can just fill this with vectors. As long as we have them inside of commas. Maybe not. Shit. Okay, yeah, let's go back to looking at arrays. That was an actual thing. Goggle.com would unleash adware onto you as soon as you entered it. Yeah, maybe at one point in the past. Now Chrome and Firefox are pretty good about keeping sus shit from happening. Okay. Maybe not perfect, but there have been times when I wanted to install something for perhaps pirating some VR games so that I didn't have to give Facebook any money because, you know, fuck them. I want to play VR, but I don't want to give Facebook money. There was a program that lets you sideload apps, which is what you need to do if you pirate them. And boy, Chrome would not let me download it. It was like, no, that thing's dangerous. You can't download that. And I was like, okay, but actually let me do it, please. And then Windows Defender was like, no, that thing's dangerous. You can't download that. And it isn't actually dangerous. I looked around and found some discussions about it was fine for a long time, and then Meta asked Google and Microsoft, like, hey, could you stop people from downloading this thing that lets people pirate our software? Thank you. And of course they did. Probably money exchanged hands. I don't know. But you had to go in and manually tell Chrome and Windows, don't worry about what I download in these folders. In this specific folder, just don't worry about it. And then finally, it would let me. It's fucking crazy to have it ask me, are you sure you want to download it? And then I'm like, yes. And they're like, no, nah, you don't. Okay, so We might not be able to store XY coordinates in one array. Shit. I mean, I guess we can get the same, we can get a corresponding value from, we could get like the first value in array 3 and the first value in array 4, and those could be matching XY coordinates. Vectors in arrays. Godot, no, not Godot 3. Godot 3 is old news. Oh. Godot has a special kind of array to store vector 2s. Vector 2s are anything that has like two values attached to it. So like the location on a map, an X coordinate and a Y coordinate, that's a vector 2. Could also be something like a speed and an acceleration, speed and a singular dimensional direction, whatever the fuck, any two values. Specifically designed to hold vector 2, packs data tightly so it saves memory for large array sizes. Yeah, I'm not so worried about that, but... Okay, so how do I just like show me your structure? You don't have like examples? The array page has examples for fucking dummies like me. Okay. All right. So downside packed arrays are less flexible. They don't offer as many convenient methods. Ooh. Well, we should just be like pulling a value from them. So hopefully they're simple enough to do that. That's like the main thing you want to do with them. Let's make sure. So what would we do? We would be using the find function. We would essentially be like choosing a random number and we'd be like, okay, let's get the 5th vector from this. And find should let us do that. Okay. Great. So we can still do that. What are you called? You're just packed vector 2 array. Okay. Let's try it. Let's see if it works. So like we just do that and then what can we put, like 1 1 and 1 4. Are we cool? 1 5, 1 6, sure. Is that okay? No. Damn it, bro. How else would I structure this, Godot? Fucking... Oh, could we just do array and then vector 2? Is that allowed? Fuck. Use vector 2 in array. That's all I want to do. Okay, maybe we can do that. Have an array, rooms, open bracket, vector 2, position, comma, vector 2 size. Shit, okay, so then maybe we can just do it with regular arrays? Okay, no, I don't want to construct an array from a packed vector 2 array. I just want to know how to put... There we go. Ah, I see. Okay, you just label it as a vector 2 at each spot. Okay. Ooh, I did not think to do that. Okay, so hold on. Okay. So we would just shit. Something like that, and that should be okay. Okay. Cool. So let's put some weird ass numbers in here. And then we're going to print them just to test that we can do this. So in the ready function, we're just going to do, let's get rid of you. We're done with you. We'll just fucking print array 3. And then we just open a bracket. Oh my god, where's the open bracket? There it is. Come on, fingers. You know where it is. And then we'll just print me like the third value, which has address number 2. You do that? You do that, buddy? Should just be some giant number. Oh. Oh shit. Yeah, right. Sorry about the else. Sorry about the else. I'll comment out the else. Very sorry, Mr. Godot. So sorry, sir. I'm wrong, you're right, all the time. Okay, let's see. Was that the right value? The last one? The third one? Yeah. Okay, cool. So it works exactly the way we need it. Great. Cool. So then what the fuck do I do with that? We need to pick some values. How the fuck do I, like, get the coordinates? Ooh, oh, I have an idea. So if we move Radicate, it'll just tell us the coordinates, right? Yeah, move Radicate to here. Okay, so okay, yeah. So then let's give Radicate like a little circle he's gonna walk. Once I finally update Godot, what we can actually do is we can like have a center point of our nav mesh, and we can grab a random point within some defined radius and send Radicate there. That is the functionality that was added. It was crazy to search last night and to have somebody be like, yeah, they added this. And to have someone else be like, oh yeah, I just didn't look in the 4.3 documentation closely enough. And then I was like, wait, hold on, what? And like the question was from yesterday. And 4.3 came out yesterday. All right. We have a bunch of points. We're going to let Radicate just kind of putz around. We'll choose a random one. And actually, maybe not random. Maybe we have him choose a random one to start, but then he'll go to the next one. He'll kind of just like go in the circle. Or maybe he chooses the closest one? He'll get to the closest spot on his little circuit. Like if he doesn't find anything, he's got his little food searching path that he goes on. And like worst case scenario, I would have to kind of define this for every creature in the game, in every location that they would exist in, which I really don't want to do. That's not the goal. Okay, so I should just be able to paste. Okay, and really, like, let's just grab a few of them. Whatever. Grab like every other one. Actually, fine. Let's start with just a few. Nah, let's put them all in here. So I'm gonna grab 1, 2, 3 more. So yeah, we'll just Extend this giant ass list. Yeah. So I've been watching a bunch of tutorial stuff about Godot in general, and I discovered this very funny thing. I discovered many things. How to comment out code with Control K, which is very nice. How to extend this thing by just like clicking this nice little button, so you just have more room to view your code. Also very nice when you're dealing with longer lines. But also I finally saw somebody explain, the same guy, this person, the Clear Code has like a 10-hour Godot 4 tutorial. That's very good. He explains things very goodly. And unlike a lot of other instruction tutorials, he's explaining everything like from a like theoretical philosophical standpoint, and is also kind of making a game as he goes along, but it's like he's explaining things to you as the primary reason, and then the game is a secondary thing. Whereas a lot of tutorials you'll look up, it's like, I'm going to tell you this tutorial because you want to make a top-down 2D adventure game like Zelda or something. And he's the first person I've actually seen explain how to use Delta. And boy, am I not using it. But you can essentially multiply any value by delta, and delta is the it normalizes things based on a frame rate. So if you want, like right now, just like my velocity of like Radicate's velocity is just set somewhere, but I should be multiplying it by delta, so that way if you have a really high frame rate or a really low frame rate, the overall result is that Radicate moves at the same speed. And all the different movement tutorials didn't say shit about actually using that. It's interesting. It's like blind leading the blind. Like, I guess they didn't know better, but that does seem pretty important. And like, I knew in theory that the delta function was tied to the frame rate, so you could use it to normalize things like that, but I didn't know it was that simple. Like, you just multiply whatever value you want normalized by delta. It's fucking sweet. Okay, so we have a bunch of locations. Now, I don't know how to actually send Radicate there. I think we set that location as his like navigation target. We'll have to figure that out. And so yeah, okay, so let's think about this. So we have the situation solved if Radicate finds food immediately, I think. And so maybe we could prove that. Okay, this might be presumptuous, but let's try. No, we want the timer running. Okay, so we want him to start with less than 50 hunger, and we want it to increase by 12. Great, it's going to, if this timer auto starts. Okay. And so then we have a moment for the scene to instantiate. If he's hungry immediately, the moment he exists, the bushes won't have any berries. What I also want to do is, as I said, we've figured out probably the easy situation, which is Rat Boy is next to a bunch of burra bushes. And you know what, just so things don't explode, let's make each bush start with each start with a berry. And I feel like I forgot something. I feel like it's just gonna crash. Like I fucking definitely forgot something. All right, Radicate, what you gonna do, buddy? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I tried to assign a hitbox. Okay. Shit. Okay, so what Raticate does is his sniff zone finds the bush's hitbox, not the actual bush. Shit. Okay, so it's like I need the parent. Shit. Okay. Shoot, I thought we were actually filling the array with the parent value. That's what we want to do. Yeah. Why am I not doing that? Let's go find out why I'm not doing that for some reason. It would be in the Raticate script. Okay. Okay, so we are just getting the overlapping area. Shit. Okay, so actually... do I want to just print this? Shit. So I don't remember actually what this outputs. Or how to change it, because essentially what we want is we want array 1 to be the parent of these overlapping areas. Shit. Okay, how would we do that? I think we might be able to just use the address. Can we do that without making a different array? Do I have to make an array like we would leave array 1 as this and then make another array which populates itself based on this? No. I feel like that doesn't make sense, but I can't conceptualize how to do this. I want it to be the parent of the values that are found here. Right? We're just going 1 higher. Well, just to make sure it's like a slash and 2 dots. Oh no, it's just right. If it's directly the parent, then it's just a dot. Okay. But then no, I need shit. Shit. I need to actually print this to see what it is. To see how it's presented. So I think if we might be able to just do it at the ready function. Yeah, maybe. Let's see if it gets mad about that. We just want to print you. Today is 8/16/24. It's like a fun math thing. 8 times 2 times 3. That's fun. Maybe there's more significance to it than that. You just gonna crash on me, buddy? No. Okay, cool. Did you print? No, because it's empty. Right. Empty for a brief moment because nothing's instantiated. So, but you're okay with printing it as empty. You're not gonna crash on me, so I'll just print it in the physics process. Hit me with one of those every frame, buddy. It'll be full eventually. There you go. Okay. Okay, so it's this crazy fucking thing. So... God, I know this is going to be really fucking simple. How to get the parent of an object. Shit, well, I'm not referencing a parent node from the child node. I need... Is there... Ooh, yeah, there's like get parent. Okay. Let's just experiment. Let's just try that. That sounds more fun. So... What if we printed... Get parent of this thing? Oh, wait, you don't... I need more. Uh-oh. Too many arguments for get parent call. Oh, is it just supposed to... Well, I thought I would put the thing I want the parent of inside of the parentheses. Okay, you know what? Let's look up how to use get parent. Parents are arguing. No, they're just absent. Don't worry. It's maybe slightly better. Fuck. How about just like get parent? Is that cool? Or is that... Why? Fucking... No, I know this is a thing. People said it's a thing. Fuck. How to use get parent. Whoa. GDScript's get parent and get node functions are detrimental enough in the long run and easy enough to avoid that there's no good justification for using them at all. Whoa. Whoa. Calling get parent on a node inverts that parent-child hierarchy, makes the child node responsible for knowing what kind of node its parent is. Huh. Get parent makes your code harder to change and harder to reuse. Does it? The thing I want will always be the direct parent of the thing that I'm getting. Oh my god, do I really have to tell you that stinks? Really? Holy shit, dude. I hate you. Why are you so fucking rude about this thing? Oh my god, you wrote so much. He clearly has a passion about this. There's some good stuff here, but avoiding coupling. However, I think get parent can totally be used reasonably. My throat. Okay, maybe I'm back. All right. You should be able to run every node as a scene on its own and at least not crash the app. Yeah, like, That would be nice, but like, why would you have to? I have nodes that never exist independently, yeah. Usually when you push a philosophy to the extreme, it stops being reasonable. Well, you stated it in the extreme way. All right. What the fuck? Fuck. How do I fucking do this? Fuck. Damn it, a lot of this is really old. So this may not be a thing for Godot 4 anymore. It seems like it still is, but it's interesting it's not in the documentation. So hold on, how about if I just type get parent and then we go look at it. Node get parent returns the parent node of current node or null if the node lacks a parent. Returns the parent of the current node. Not the parent of something you target. Okay, okay. So then that's not what I want. Shit. Shit. So like what I want is I want to take this thing. Specifically, I want to take the like the object ID of this thing. And I want to be like, what is the parent of that? Give me that object ID. Fuck. Let's see. I want to get the parent node. Of a node using like object ID, I guess? Like that's what I want? Fuck. Oh my god, this like is my question. Well, wait, the text preview was when using Area 2D, is there a way better than get parent to interact with the root node during collision? Whoa. Get parent, get parent, get parent. He had to go like 3 parents up. Okay, using a signal to do this. I don't really conceptually understand how I would do that. Get owner? Or just owner in Godot 4, it's a property. Whoa? sounds cool. An owner can be set for the node with the owner property. It can be set. This keeps track of who instantiated what. So, like, could I just like print like the owner of that or something? Or like the owner, would you put it over here? And like, what if I just use the ID? Why are you mad about pass? I need another... Oh, because this is like, this triggers a comment. Oh. Okay, what if I just did the owner of the ID? Okay, there's enough parentheses. What's your deal? What? 3616. Huh. No, but I want the owner of this thing? You telling me to put it in parentheses? You're definitely not. Alright, so you just can't use this the way that I had hoped. I don't think. Because yeah, I would need to say that this is like an object ID, which it was like, it's always contained in carets. I don't think that's gonna work though. Ah, shit. I feel like this is one of those things that I just can't, it's like I have to solve the problem in the way that Godot wants me to. And probably Godot, there's probably like 20 ways to do it, and I can't think about how Godot would want me to do this. Get the parent of an area 2D overlap. And then gotta specify we're in Godot 4. God, I'm so close. Okay, so they were having the problem I was having before where things aren't initialized if you try to get overlapping areas right when the game starts. Yeah, like I want the parent of an object ID. Referencing a parent node from a child node and an instance to scene. They would recommend signals. God damn it. So what would I be doing if I used signals? I would have the bush acknowledge that it got detected. And then the bush itself needs to send its object ID to eradicate script to fill the array. Like, God, that feels so weird. Oh, like I still just don't fully understand the power of signals. That seems fucking weird. Maybe that's not what they mean. Fuck. It seems crazy that I can't just be like, hey, this thing, this hitbox, this area 2D, I want that thing's parent. I feel like it would be valuable to know, just for general, for lots of reasons, how to actually like interact, how to use this object ID. I can't just directly put it in code like this because it has the hashtag. So then, like, if I just use this number, would it know that I'm like referring to that unique thing? Ooh, and you know what? Actually, let's see. Is that something that's created every time? Is it just instanced, or is it actually a permanent object ID? Fuck. Yeah, it's sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, buddy. Didn't mean to tell you to print nothing. Okay, so we just want to check and see if between the two... Oh, it closes it. Oh my god. Okay. So I'm just going to paste this number in a little... What was I doing? Oh, right. Just like backstory, brainstorming. Okay. So let's run this again and see if it's the same number. So this could just be like it's given a special ID when the game runs. But it looks like it's the same number. Yeah, okay. So then that is like an object ID. It's not... Oh my god, throat. Bruh. Okay, so it's not like an instanced ID that's just assigned when the game runs. That's just like, let's just give everything its own little special number so I can refer to it for this instance of the game running. Like, that is always what that thing's object ID is. That, like, is its object ID. So, like, how the fuck do I use this? How to reference an object by its ID? Shit, this is Godot 3. Returns the object that corresponds to an instance ID. Godot, is this still a thing in new Godot? Okay, hold on. So what? Well, shit. Okay, actually, wait. That goes the wrong way. I have the instance ID. It returns the object that corresponds to the instance ID. All objects have a unique instance ID. Shit, and that's specifically instance from ID, and then you put the ID in it. Okay. So... So what if I wanted to print... how do I do this? Hold on. Okay, so first let's see what happens if I just put this ID number in here. What are you going to print? I feel like you're just going to still print the same thing. Are you able to print that? Is that a thing you can even print? Are you going to just crash on me? Okay. You are able to print that. So... Fuck, but I want your parent. Before, I still just like want... Get the parent of an object using ID. Right, okay, so either get parent or get owner, but those seem more specific. Yeah, if you're doing set owner, you put the node value inside, and that's saying who you want to set as the owner. When you're doing get owner, you're just getting the owner of that node. Fuck. Oh my god, this seems like it should be so simple. I just want to know who the parent is of these nodes that I have object IDs of. Oh my god. And it's like so many of these are asking about how to do it like from inside. You can just do like the relative address or use get parent or get owner. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't just do like get owner and then dot and then the fucking thing I want the owner of. About 999 out of 1,000 uses of get parent are a code smell. Like it makes your code smell bad? It doesn't pass the smell test? What a weird... Everyone loves throwing around the expression of code smell in this context and suggests signals. Fuck. Fuck. Smell is just poor quality code. Yeah, that's such a weird... Like, smells can be good. Why is it a code smell? Yeah, that's such weird. I hate the way that sounds. That just sounds fucking weird. Try dot owner. So yeah, what if I did just print this dot owner? What does that do? Will that do anything? They're like, no, because you need that. But then that's still probably not right. Invalid numeric notation, dang. It's easily noticeable and points to a problem. All right. And I guess like people say you smell when they mean you smell bad. That's weird. We use language very stupidly. I'm not a fan. We should all be better. Fuck. Okay. Okay, so I guess I need a signal, but I don't really understand how to use signals to do this. So... fuck, God, it seems like so easy. It seems like there should just be some kind of way, like if I have the ID and then you want the parent, it was just like a dot and then like a slash or something like that. Like just putting that in should be a way to be like, yeah, get me the thing that's above that. Get me the idea of the thing that's above that. That's all that I fucking want. Fuck. Call down signals up. And I guess that also the weird thing is like, what am I actually doing? Maybe this will help me conceptualize it. If I'm looking at the world, Radicate is here. He is a child of the world. And the bush is a child of bushes, which is a child of the world. Fuck. Oh my god, I want to fill an array with the parents of objects. Parents of an area 2D. Or... dang. So if I could just use the other thing, the get overlapping bodies command, but it doesn't work with static bodies. Fuck. Fuck. That is so annoying. Oh my god. All right, fine. I guess I need to use a signal. I don't understand how to do that, so let's try to think about it. I still come to the same conclusion as before, which would be that the bush needs to like send its ID out to Radicate. Like bushes in general. When they get sniffed. they send their ID out to Raticate. So instead now it's like Raticate's sniff area is collecting information. But instead what we would do is have each bush be the one that's collecting information about whether or not Raticate is overlapping it. God, that seems like a terrible idea, though. Then I have, like, each Raticate would have to be connected to the signal from all of these bushes. Or I guess you would set up the connection? I'm sure it's possible to do that, like, with code. I bet you could not have the connections set up and then set them up. Just temporarily. That seems so fucking stupid. I feel like I'm just not asking the right questions to the Google machine to explain to me how to do this. Is there a better way to do this? Fuck, bro. Shit. Why couldn't I populate the arrays with the parents? I can't figure out how to. Do you know what I can use to do that? Everything I look up, everybody's like, use signals. And when I try to look up just like what a command would be to be like, hey, I have this array that's full of these hitboxes. I just want the parents of those things. I can't fucking find it. I just said, I feel like I'm just asking Google the wrong questions. It's fucking, it's annoying. Well, so what it looked like is get parent just gets you the parent of the node that you're in. So it's, at least from what I had read and what I tinkered with and experimented with a little bit, I can't ask for the parent of this object. I have to... If I use get parent in the Raticate script, it's going to be like, yeah, Raticate's parent. Raticate doesn't have a parent. Or something like that. I need to use it on the overlapping object. So if we put that... Shit, okay, so wait, hold on. Can we just do like dot get parent here? Shit, maybe not. Yeah, shit, I still don't really know. Because we get an array full of those objects here. But it's like, I want an array full of the parents. So I guess it's worth a try. And yeah, I guess that was just me I still don't understand the like grammatical structure of things yet. So I didn't think about formatting this like this just to try it. You're gonna just die, you're just gonna die. Non-existent function in get parent in base array area 2D. Okay. So could I just do like for X in... Okay, hold on. Let's make array 1 equal to this. So if we make array 1 equal to that, and then we can do what we did down here, like for X in array 1. Let's try that. God, I can't spell. What would I do? Would just be like, it's like x.getParent, I guess. That like that's where we would do it. We would just do a little for loop situation. Shit. And yeah, we would just append it into, in this case, it shouldn't be array 2. Array 2 has a different purpose. So then actually we could make an array 0. So that's a no. Then do I have to set you up at all? Probably not. Okay, so then for X in array 0, we want to append array 1. So that's just like array 1 dot append. Apologies for rapid scrolling back down. Yeah, it's just array 1 dot append, and then okay, all right. Shit, oh my god, I was already using that in here to get the berry value. Oh my god. Ah! Yeah. Wow, I'm big dumb. Big dumb. The answer was already figured out and in my code. Oh my god. Oh, I just want to like die right now. Oh, it fucking hurts. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So we're gonna do array 1 dot append, and then x dot get parent. Oh my god. Oh, fucking shoot me, dude. Oh, that's so dumb. Oh, fuck. Okay, why are you still mad? I don't need to indent. Okay, I don't need to indent. Okay, great. Do I need the colon? I feel like I need the colon. Yeah, you need the colon. Okay. All right. And then we just want to print to make sure this works. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. I fucking had the answer. Small Brain, thank you for, I don't know, occasionally telling me how to fix things, because holy shit. Okay, so we're just going to print array 1. And yeah, no, that's fine. That's all we want to do. Okay. Oh, fuck, it was still running. Oh my god. Oh no, print less text. Shut up, Godot. Okay, so now we're just printing the bush. Oh my god, dude. I just wasted like an hour. Oh my god. Dude, oh my god. What is that, Crazy Pants? What the fuck is... What is that? It's like glowing. I'm doing great. Thank you. You're so nice. I know that's a lie. I appreciate it. yeah, Small Brain, can you tell me how to fix my and Teamworm, to be clear, it's both of them. It's fucking both of them. Yeah. Oh my god, it costs bits. Oh my god. Wow. Do they go to me, or did you give them to, is it? I guess, yeah, all bits go to me because Twitch takes their cut when you buy them. Okay, all right, well, sweet, thank you. Oh my god. Okay, overcome the feelings of shame. Okay, so this just fucking works. So then I think because of how this is set up, that I'm essentially just going to back things up a little bit. We're going to have an array 0. So we're going to have an array 0, which is the collision areas of, let's say it's the array 0 is filled with food source area 2Ds. Then array 1 is filled with food source object IDs. Okay. Do I actually need to do that though? Can I just not do that? Because essentially what I would have to do is combine this like get parent functionality with the get overlapping areas. And I don't, I don't know how to actually do that without saying like for each X in the array that we just made. Maybe there's a way to temporarily label this as an array. Oh, yeah, like what if we just did for each X in this, and then we wouldn't need array 0. We just say for every X in this thing that is already an array, rather than making array 0 equal that. Although for the sake of readability, it's kind of nice to just have all the arrays labeled. But let's see. Okay, so that still does work. Oh, I think I still like having array 0 though. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so then I have to change things. I have to rethink this through. So we're saying array 0 is going to be what used to be array 1. And then so for every X in array 0, we are going to get the berry value into array 2. Great. Then okay, then everything else works fine here. Right, okay, so then this was the problem. Right, so then we actually do want this to be array 1. That's what the fucking problem was. So now we have array 0 that is the area 2Ds that Radicate's actually sniffing onto. The area 2D that collides with his sniff area 2D. That's array 0. And we don't have to have that, but I like having it. Then we have array 1, which are the actual object IDs. And that's what we actually need to send Radicate to. So if there's something to sniff, and we then set best food prop equal to the address of the max value in array 2. So then that's going to, this gives us an address. So we set target prop equal to that same address, but in array 1. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Okay, yeah. Damn, this sucks. This makes me worried because like I've been solving all sorts of these problems bit by bit. And my thought is, okay, when I have another problem in the future that's like this, I'll be like, oh, that's a perfect time to use this thing. But like, fucking, I forgot. I fucking, oh my God. Okay. It's all about that structure. I just gotta like reread through lots of code, watch more tutorials. I have to get used to this structure. It's like I was given the tool get parent, but I didn't understand how to structure it correctly. Oh my God. Okay, so I guess we'll try this and maybe it'll function now. After 5 seconds, Raticate should get hungry. And he's surrounded by bushes, so he should be able to just target what he wants. Nope. Okay, what did I do? Invalid get index 0 on base array. Okay, so I already fucked up. Making games is hard shit. Yeah, it actually is. Also, like, learning it is very difficult. I guess, like, it'd be nice if I had a professor who knew this stuff really well that I could just take this code to him and be like, why don't work? And he could be like, dude, just fuck it. You already solved it. Just use this. Here's where you use this exact structure. You already figured it out. It would have been like 5 minutes in at a professor's office hours. I guess I could just be more willing to ask people on the Godot subreddit. Most of them seem very nice, if too smart for me. It's like 1 in 100 that's a rude little weirdo like that one guy who was talking about never using get parent. Okay. So invalid get index 0. So we should this should already be filled in. Like array 2 can't be full without array 1 also being full. And then we're just putting a value in there. Okay, hold on. Let me stop it, and then I want to just make sure there are berries on the bushes, yeah? Oh shit, also I can zoom the camera in now. I forgot I did that. Whoop. Yeah, there's berries on those bushes. Okay. Am I just like not making array 1? Is that the problem, that I didn't actually create array 1? I think that's the problem. I didn't actually create array 1. I figured out how to, and then I didn't do it. Okay. Where would we create array 1? I guess we should create array 1 at the same time we create array 2. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know about doing that constantly, though. It's going to be doing it every time he sniffs. But I guess, though, yeah, that's fine, because if he sniffs, then he'll immediately do the logic for going to a new place if he finds something. If he sniffs, he'll find something, and then we don't have to worry about the fact that he's going to be updating his sources. He's not going to be consulting them. He's going to be going to his target, hopefully. Maybe not. Okay, so we just want to make array 2, and then shit, it's just get parent. I think that's all we wanted to do. Fuck. Oh, saved it while it was running. Sorry, buddy. See if that works. You make an array in the same way as you have before. It's array tracing. That's cute. Shit. He tried to run get best food, but that doesn't exist anymore. Fuck. Okay. So what? Gotta run back through this. Complicated. What's supposed to happen? He's supposed to sniff for food. We get the arrays set up. Then he's supposed to find food. And so now he's got his target prop. Then we do this stuff. Okay, so then if he's close enough to his food source, we just say, hey, you're at it? Great. And then we print success. Otherwise, we print failure. And then we go on to the next step when this is part of a selector. So we would only we only want to achieve one of these. Right, yeah, because if you succeed at being at your best food source, you don't need to go to your best food source. Okay, but he's not there. So then he does go to the section where he goes to his best food source. And that's where we have the problem. We don't have a best food source defined anymore. And then that's where we're going to move him to the position. Okay. So instead of get best food, don't think we even actually have to do this anymore because we do have a target prop. We were defining a target prop as a separate part to this. So I think we just don't have to worry about that anymore. Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Zoom it in. Okay, great. He did go do it. All right. And I think now he's incapable of eating. Yeah, his hunger's just getting worse. He's incapable of eating. Clap. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Oh yeah, also I made this I made the camera like you can fling it like in Hollow Knight. Very satisfying. It's something I've wanted in Pokemon for like fucking ever. Zoom out. Ooh, we can see so much. Oh, it's so nice. Ooh. You did it. Thank you. Okay, so that's the easy situation though. And we need to get back to dealing with the shitty situation. Fuck. It's just in the Raticate script. Okay. Oh my god, that took way too much time. Okay, so then what is the else situation? Right, okay, so... Is it's not while food is null? Right, because Ooh. Right, because it used to be that it would try to set target prop equal to food. But now I've kind of changed things. Let me go back and think about that. Is that okay? So we're saying if he doesn't have a target prop, then run find food, and that will set the target prop to some food. And we can restructure the looking for water thing the same way. Ooh, okay, as long as we remember to clear out target prop. Dang. Okay, yeah, I think it can still function the way that I want. Okay. I think it might be smarter to do it the way I used to have it, where the finding food function would define like, okay, here's your food. Here's the thing you want to eat. And because you're hungry, set your target prop to food. I think it'll still be okay. So then that means that for Raticate, what we actually want to set up is wall target prop equals no. Because if we run find food, it's because he's hungry. And so then if he was thirsty a moment ago, he will have drank water, and then we'll clear out his target prop. So he will no longer have a target prop. And then he'll be hungry. Okay, I need to be careful about that. Yeah, like where do I clear out the target prop value? Probably, I guess, after he eats or after he drinks. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, do I need this to be a while loop? Or do I just need it to be an else? Because yeah, we don't have a target prop unless we're setting it right here. So I think it can just be like an else situation. Shit. No, leave that commented out. And then anywhere I had array 1 now needs to be array 0. Yeah. Actually, in this case, it can be either one. Okay, so what we want to do is we check if array 0 is empty or if array 2's max is 0. Like, that's actually what we're doing. What I had written before was truthful, but it isn't the actual thing that we're doing. We are just going to see if array 2's max is 0. And actually, nope, specifically, if the max is not greater than 0. No, we would just check to see if it is 0. Yeah. The greater than 0 part is here. We're checking to see if it is, and then here if it's not greater than 0, then it must be 0 since they're integers and they start at 0. Okay. And does this do we actually need to check? Like, because right, because if there are no values in array 2, then the max isn't 0. So actually what we could do is we could just all do this completely based on array 2. If array 2 is empty, that means that array 0 is empty. And then also if array 2's max is 0. Well, what happens? Actually, wait, yeah, isn't this just already fulfilled? Fuck. It's just already fulfilled by the fact that I'm saying otherwise. Because if array 2 is empty, then its max is not greater than 0. And if its max is 0, that's the same thing. Its max is not greater than 0. So if its max is greater than 0, we do this. If it's not greater than 0, then that means it's either empty or the max is 0. So we don't actually have to check. Oh, that's breaking my brain. Okay, I think that's true. I think it's true. So then that means we choose a point from array 3 to eradicate to navigate to. Shit, and this might just need to be a separate function. So it should be part of the behavior tree go to best food source action. That should be the thing where this is being triggered. Oh, actually no, because that's once he has the food source. Oh. Ooh, this might need like an extra branch. This might need an extra node. Because right now, all he does is say, like, am I at my best food source? Yes? Okay, fine. Or no? Okay, then I need to go to my best food source. But what if you don't have a food source, my guy? You need like a find food source thing. Shit. I guess that can just be part of am I at my best food source. You can sniff and then you can find food. All right, I can. Okay, yeah, I guess that's kind of a problem because this is supposed to just be a condition leaf. This is just a check. And I think condition leaves can't return running, which is what we would want to do. Could we bake it into at best food source, or go to best food source rather, the actual action? Yeah, we already have a problem, which is that at the very beginning of this, the code is having Radicate deal with a target prop, which he might not have. Although maybe that's okay. Hold on. So what actually happens here? The main thing would be is if you fail. If this fails, then we'll move on to the go to best food source action, and then that code is troublesome right now. So if you don't have a target prop, but you're close. Oh no, this is if you do, right? This is if you don't. This is if you do. Huh. Shit, yeah, this is structured poorly. So this needs to return success or failure. Otherwise, it all falls apart. That's like the rule for a behavior tree. It needs to return success or failure. And currently it is, only because we're immediately finding our target prop so that then we can do these things. We can move into this section of the tree. But if we don't find a target prop immediately, which actually, sure, yeah, let's just prove that. Yeah, we'll just set Raticate. No, I'll move the bushes. I don't know why that feels better. So this should like crash the moment that Raticate is hungry, which is 5 seconds after this launches. Boy's gonna be hungry and yeah, we'll have no way of dealing with it. Yep, okay. Okay. Oh, and it's specifically because we tried to run this. We didn't even get that far. We got before that. We tried to see if array 2 max was greater than 0, but there's no values in array 2. Okay. So, how do we restructure this? So we could just not run this unless array 2 is, we could check to see if array 2 is empty. And if it's not empty, then we run this. But I don't think that gets at the major problem. Okay, I need to think about how to restructure Raticate and his behavior tree. Ooh. Shit. How do we do this? What is the order we do these things in? So, first Raticate sniffs, right? He's always going to do that. And he might not find anything. So we only start worrying about array. We worry about what's in the arrays if he finds something. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna I guess start from the beginning. So I have to restructure this in a sensible way. So it's like Raticate gets hungry, right? I only have half an hour. Fuck. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll get this outlined. Think about it a little bit. And then my intuition is that the answer is going to be closing your debug version of the game. Yeah, crashed. Okay, yep, sorry. My intuition says, and it's often wrong, especially with this stuff, that we definitely need another action in here. And then we need to restructure this situation so that we're only doing these things once we have filled the array. So we only care about what's in array 2 if array 0 has stuff in it. Which makes sense. I think sniffing is okay. We're just constantly trying to fill arrays 1 and 2. And you know what? Actually, I want to switch this order. We'll fill array 2 before we fill array 1, just because, chronologically, that makes sense to me. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So this is fine. And so then in the behavior tree, we'll have a little spot that's always be sniffing. And if array 0 is not empty, then you can go ahead and try to find food. Or we just put that right into find food. And then we have a separate tree that is like search for food. We have a separate action that is search for food. And so then that can return running the whole time that he's searching for food. Which, shit, hold on. Did I already figure that out? I think we're still gonna have to organize this, like, for code reasons, but I think, Okay, so what I had conceptualized doing was you find it beforehand. You find your food before you decide whether you're at it. And if you're not at it, you need to go to it. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So then what we would do is we would put that new action in between these two things. As part of the sequence, you'd be like, okay, am I hungrier? Am I hungry enough to worry about food? Yes. Am I hungrier than I am thirsty? Yes. Then you would be like, is there any food around me? And then if not, like I guess really it'd be more like, I need to go to where there's food. Let me find some food. And then checking, am I at that food? No, let me go to that food. I found it, I'm not at it. Or I have found it and I am at it. But if I found it and I'm not at it, go to it. I don't think that makes the most sense. Because if you don't find it... Shit. Okay. Let's think about this. High level. A sequence. A sequence wants everything in its path to succeed. So, like, you do your 2 checks to make sure that yes and yes, you want to deal with getting food rather than getting water. Okay. Then... Yeah, I guess then the next action would just return running until it succeeds. Would be the idea. Raticate's gonna search for his food until he finds it, or is so desperate for food and doesn't find it anywhere that he's gonna go eat his like emergency stash, in which case we set his like food target instead of a bush. It's going to be set as like his little den. Then he's going to decide, am I there already? Which I guess there's a tiny chance that the moment he might be walking by a bush right as the bush spawns a berry. So then, yeah, he should move into being like, am I at the thing? I found the thing, so I can move into here. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. So we put it where I had already planned to put it. Great, fine, wonderful. So then let's run through this. So okay, so Eradicate gets hungry. Eradicate checks hunger. Eradicate checks hunger greater than thirst. Then Eradicate finds a food source. So return running as Eradicate searches for a food source. And so this is where we're gonna actually have the like sniffing thing The sniffing command. So running, if a behavior tree is running, it's going to be repeating what's inside of it over and over. It's not going to worry about all the other parts of the behavior tree. It's going to keep doing one little spot in the behavior tree. So Raticate will be sniffing. Yeah, shit. So it's basically just all of this logic needs to be in here instead, in order for the behavior tree to function properly. Okay, so then shit, it is like all of this needs to move. So I guess I should say like put sniffing and searching functions in here. And then return success, never failure. This will never fail. He will, if running for too long, set target to nest stash. Okay. So let's think about this conceptually. So in between these spots, Raticate will search. And you know what? Actually, we could just maybe just like put it in now. So then let's take this script. We're going to have it just be empty, except it's going to just return success for now. So that way it won't like do fucking anything. It won't get in the way of anything. The sequence will just blow through it right now, just in case I'm wrong. What did we decide to call it? Find best food source. Great, that's what I was going to call it. I would just call it find food source. We're not finding the best one. We're just finding our food source. Okay, you know what? Now all the others are called that. Okay. Find best food source. Okay, so let's just leave some comments. This is where Raticate should sniff and search for food. And if Raticate finds no berries, set his target prop to his den. And then I guess let's tab this. Remember to add extra code in, maybe extra function in later trees for the den. Because normally when Raticate eats, he just walks over to something and shoot, that reminds me, I need to add in an animation. I want Raticate to kind of just like wiggle. He's gonna just like thrust forward at the berry bush, and then it'll kind of look like he's like eating a berry off of it. But if he goes to his den, he needs to actually disappear inside his den. So we need to have some extra functionality ahead that's going to be like, okay, if you're going to your den, if your target prop is your home rather than a berry bush, then when you go to it, you're going to disappear for a moment, and then we'll lower your hunger while you're disappeared. And then once your hunger is down to 0, then like boom, you can reappear. So it's the same functionality as his fatigue. When he's tired, he goes inside his den, which means he just walks on top of it, disappears, he's hidden from the game world, and then his fatigue meter goes down. Once it's all the way down, boom, he reappears, he can go about his business. So it'll be the same thing for eating. We just need to make sure we do that. That should be easy though. We'll basically just copy the fatigue functionality and just swap it over to be for hunger instead. Okay, so essentially we're just moving the functions. What are they called? Find food and sniff for food. Find food, and I'll just actually write it. It's actor dot. Hold on. Just get him down here. Actor dot find. Oh, interesting. It doesn't autofill functions. That's annoying. All right, Godot, fine. It was find food, sniff for food. Okay. So we're moving those functions into here. And so then he'll return running. Return running until Raticate finds a target prop. Raticate finds no berries. Let's see, how long? How do we actually decide? How do we decide when Raticate should go into his den? Like, I guess the idea would be that maybe he'll just like go around the whole circuit. So if he goes through the entire array and makes it back without finding any berries. Okay. That's fine. He finds no berries after going through full array. Then we set his target prop to his den. Okay, all right. Hey, Cosmo. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I spent like an hour trying to figure something out that I had already figured out and felt kind of dumb, but you know, we're through that, so it's all right. Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing, dude? Okay, so this, yeah, we're just taking this out and we're moving this to here. But then we're gonna comment this out for now. That's what we need. Then we only come into here once we have a target prop, would be the goal. We can leave this here just in case. You're trying programming today, but something's gone wrong. You realize you're creating bad code, bro. That's all I do here. All I do here is look at how to do a thing, and everybody's like, you shouldn't do it that way. You should do it this other way. That seems hard and complicated. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do it the way that seems easy, but you're all saying not to do it. It's fine. I'll be fine. Look, it's you know, it's like the first step is making it work, right? I want to learn solid, but you don't understand. Ooh, what is solid? That sounds cool. A mnemonic acronym for 5 design principles. Okay, well, hold on. I want to read about that. It sounds cool. Five design principles intended to make object-oriented designs understandable, flexible, and maintainable. Ooh. Okay, what are the letters? Single responsibility principle? There should never be more than one reason for a class to change. In other words, every class should have only one responsibility. Open-closed principle. Software entities should be open for extension, but closed for modification. Okay. Liskov substitution principle. Huh. Functions that use pointers or references to base classes must be able to use objects of derived classes without knowing it. Holy, all right. I'm out of my depth. There are rules to write better code, yeah, for sure. I like that the L feels like cheating because they just named it after somebody. You could spell any word if you just name the thing in that word after somebody. Dang. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's too complicated for me to understand. Oh well. It sounds cool. It sounds like a good thing to do, to approach things from that perspective, for sure. To have like rules you follow to make everything functional and sensible. Easy to understand. Can I show my game? Oh my god, sure. There's not much to it. There is really not much to it. This is the current situation. It's a tiny little island. Oh, we can zoom out now. You can see the tiny island. Yeah, there's a rat. The rat gets hungry. He currently can't actually eat anything unless we put food right next to him. Currently, we're trying to teach the rat, and by extension, any other creature we make, to hunt down their designated food source. So this rat eats blueberries off of these bushes, and soon he will know how to search around the island for them. But that's like fucking it so far. I have some camera controls. Ooh, they're nice. I also do have a menu. Oh, I closed it. Shoot. How do you reopen a scene? Where did I store that? It reorganized it. Oh, I'm in scripts. It wouldn't be in scripts. There we go. Can I just double click you? Sure. So here's my main menu. Ooh, main menu. And then we can load a new game and it just starts here. You think I'm doing it wrong? Do I think the player should be starting the game in that position? No. But like if every single time, it's like you have to think about the pieces and how you're building it. Like if every single time you go to test your game, you had to like open the main menu and click like new game or like load file, like that's a huge waste of time, right? And then also, since I haven't designed the map yet, most of what I'm doing is like functionality of things. Godot makes it really easy to like change out certain scenes. Like right now, the world is just that little island, but eventually I will have the player like start at the beginning of the game. I don't even have saving as functionality yet, but we will get that. We'll get that working too. So it's kind of like you have to think about what you're working on and then just test that stuff, if that makes sense. So like I never, like I have a main menu for the game, but I never launch it because I don't care about that, right? Like it was a simple thing to make work. It works. It's all a bunch of placeholder stuff, but it functions fine. When I go back to making like loading and saving, I'll launch the main menu to make sure you can load and like maybe delete files from the main menu. When I add in options, same thing. I'll go back to launching the main menu to do that. But because of the way Godot is structured, it doesn't really make sense to like always start from your starting screen. It's really nice that you can just kind of like, you can start where the starting screen is, where you want it to lead you. I think like in Stardew Valley, the player's leaving the bus and that's the game start. Yeah, and I have an idea for how I'm going to structure that, but I think that's the wrong way to go about it, because whenever you want to test things in the game, you don't want to have to see that intro over and over and over. You want to be able to just like jump into the spot where you're testing things. And then like essentially the very last thing you could do, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is what Concerned Ape did when he was making Stardew Valley, when he was testing things, he probably just ran the game and started off like in the middle of town. If he wanted to make sure he could like talk to villagers, make sure they're going about their day doing things, he probably had it set up so that he didn't have to start a new game and start from the like watching the bus arrive in town. Like that's just a bunch of wasted time, especially if something doesn't work and you're constantly trying little tiny changes to get it to work. Like if he was trying to get the schedules for characters to work right, or if he had a bug where like one of the characters in Stardew Valley is named Abigail. Like Abigail goes over to a certain spot in the forest at certain times of the day. She goes to the graveyard at certain times of the day. So for the purpose of like testing bugs, what he probably did is gave himself the ability to spawn himself anywhere, which is what you can do in Godot. You can just move the player and spawn him wherever you want. And then also he probably put in the ability to like change time, so he could put himself at the graveyard if he was having the problem that I'm saying, where like Abigail doesn't show up at the graveyard and he thinks he's fixed it, then he could spawn himself at the graveyard, set the time to when Abigail should show up, and then hopefully Abigail shows up. You'd guess that almost no game has ever been built from the first scene to the last. Yeah, exactly. It's like you want to build the meat of it. You want to get all the functionality going. Then you want to start putting in those other things, for sure. At least conceptually, that's the only way I can see doing it. Otherwise, you're wasting time. Lots of time. Okay, so anyway, we need to go back to Radicate and need to figure out, looking at find best food source. So that's where we're gonna have him sniffing and finding food. And then once he's found food, then we return success. So actually, yeah, let's structure this like that. Let's put this up here because we currently have it commented out, but we're gonna uncomment it out. We're gonna comment it in. Maybe that's what you say. I don't know. So he sniffs for food, he finds his food. So actually, yeah, let's put that below this. Makes sense. What I have isn't really a game yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't have quests. We don't have people to talk to. We don't have an inventory. We can't save the game. Yeah. And a lot of those things they're simple. They're simple to figure out. And so at least in a way, I'm dealing with what I think is the most important and what I also think is the hardest part of my game, which is making the world feel like it's alive. Because that is the primary thing that I want from a Pokemon game. That and tactical combat. So those are the first two things I'm really gonna deal with. And then once that's functional, then it's time to actually start the game, have the beginning scene, learn how to do a cut scene where I control the camera, learn how to do dialogue, then set the player up to get through the tutorial, all of that stuff. It's you can't really do that stuff until you have all the other systems, right? I can't teach you how to do combat. I can't teach you how to go collect items until there's combat, until there's items to collect and a world that's worth walking around in with creatures doing stuff and puzzles to solve. So it's I'm gonna get all the core gameplay loop pieces before even starting to put it together as a game. Which, I don't know, from my point of view, it's the only way to do it. Otherwise, you would have a boring game. So Crazy Pants makes a good point. I don't actually have a game, but if I did it the other way, I would have a boring game. And either one of those is not valuable to me. So I think this is the best way to get as quickly as possible to a not boring game. These are also interesting challenges to solve. It's been fun. It's been difficult, but it's been fun. Okay, so... So how do we actually do this? I want to remember to return running until... Oh, no, I already have that. I have that up here. Okay, great. Great. Okay. What do I want to do? I just want to have like a tactical combat RPG. A game that's like Pokemon, but has tactical combat, which means like positioning matters. Attacks have range. Certain attacks do more damage if you're behind an enemy, things like that. And then I also want a more livable, a world that feels like it's living, where creatures are going around doing things. Villagers have a schedule, whatever. But now in the code. Okay, so yeah, what I'm trying to do in the code specifically is set up a behavior tree. And I'm restructuring something. I had a simple version, and now we're going for a more complicated version. And I think I understand exactly how to do it now. We essentially just had to add in a new action somewhere. And that action is Raticate sniffing for and searching for food. Then once he finds food, then we can move forward to where we used to be. Yeah, where we only come in here once we have our target. If we get close to our target, we set our current position to the target's position to let us know that we are at the current position. Do I need this comment anymore? Yeah, actually, that's nice to have. And actually, let's just like put that at the top. It's nice to have a reminder of what this thing is supposed to be doing. And then go to best food source. Right, I commented this whole thing out. Oh, crap. Nope. Right, I need to give this a new script. Okay. Hey, Zogot. Am I using plugins for those nodes? Yeah, I'm using Behave. Behave is the thing that I'm using. Shit. Okay, so I made a duplicate of something and it had a script attached to it that I didn't want attached to it. That's a problem. I can definitely fix it with a backup very easily. So then what I want to do is let's detach the script. And then let's attach a new script. And we want to actually append the name. We want to add, I guess that's not appending, it's the other way. We're adding something to the beginning. We want to name this specifically for Raticate. And it should be in scenes and symbiotes. Yep, okay, great. Cool. And so then what we want to do is this should be a duplicate. We want you to extend action leaf for sure. And when we save you... Okay, this icon should change. I think we need to reload the project. The only plugin I've been using is Behave so far, and it has been mostly great. It has some errors that happen on startup, and they seem to be known errors, but everything still functions the way I expect. So yeah, it's been really nice. Okay, great. So the icon changed. Cool. And so then what I'm going to need to do, I have to wrap up, but I will load a backup. I accidentally changed the wrong script. I need to change this back to what it used to be. Seems cool. You may have to check it out for your game. Yeah, I would recommend looking into it. If you want to use behavior trees, it seems like the best option. Unless you want to make them yourself, which obviously like Cosmo. Absolutely respectable if you want to figure out how to design something from the ground up. It's been really nice. The most difficulty I've had with using it is understanding how behavior trees function. The mod itself has been great. It just fucking like works the way you expect once you wrap your head around how behavior trees are supposed to work. But this is what Raticate does. These are all of the things he does. And currently, well, it's all the things we have planned. Currently, he does everything in the middle. Except this one thing. This one, right now, we're dealing with him finding his best food source. Oh my god, does he pronounce his name similar to Godot? Yeah, it could be like Zago. Oh my god. Everybody should have to have a profile where I can click their name and click like how to pronounce it. You use state machines, but the tree would be a nightmare in a state machine? Yeah, it seems like a combination of the two is really good. Using the behavior tree to activate certain states seems to be like that's the state of the best practice. But yeah, definitely too complicated for state machines for sure. Everyone's been asking you that question in game dev channels. Yeah, it's Zogot. All right, I guess that could be Zagot. Oh my god, Godot ruined your name. Yeah. It's nice though. That means that lots of people understand how to pronounce Godot. It's very funny to look at tutorials where someone's like, I'm going to teach you how to do this thing in Godot. It's like, okay, are you? You don't even know the name of the thing. But to be fair, everybody who's mispronounced it has still like known how to use it. So like, all right. It's your favorite profile feature in Slack? Oh, that's a thing. You can record a couple second clip of you saying your own name, and it appears next to your name everywhere. That's fucking cool. You'll start calling it Godot to reclaim your name. Good luck. Good fucking luck. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up here. Next time, I need to actually. I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna do this like later today when I have time. Fix go to best food source actions script. I need to revert this script to what it used to be because I was accidentally changing it because I duplicated this node, put it up here, renamed it, but still had the old script attached to it. So all the changes I made up here, I also made down here. Didn't want to do that. So we're going to revert this, and then we're going to continue restructuring the behavior tree so that Raticate can figure out how to find his berry bushes to eat from if he doesn't start near any. So yeah, shit. It was a good time. Thanks for hanging out, dudes. I'll be back Tuesday and we'll do more of this. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we'll do more lore. We got the gods made. We'll probably start working on the backstory and also creating some of the first beasts for the opening area. And then once I get that done, it's probably going to be like, we're going to start doing art. Like, I need to get the first area set up. But then from that point, Wednesday and Thursday are going to be like doing art for the first area. Everything from what the characters are going to look like to environmental stuff. Got to design the first dungeon. Do shit like that. Then Friday I'll be back to doing this. Anyway, hope you guys have a nice weekend. Just fucking take care. Hope I see you around. Bye-bye.